Why, David?
I'm just going to ask you questions. I'm just curious what you say to these. These are going to be quick, basically yes or no questions.
No. Yes.
I didn't ask the question yet. Okay.
No. Yes.
And this will lean into what this episode's about today. Ryan, who? No. Yes. No. I must make them yes. No. Ryan. Do you think Trump is responsible for starting the MAGA movement?
No.
Okay. Interesting. Do you think he was the most pivotal person in making the movement mainstream?
Yes.
Do you think Trump, as of today, November 17th, 2025, is MAGA?
No. The Epstein files, blocking Epstein files is a prime example of that, but I know we'll get to it. But
do you think Trump in spirit was more MAGA in his first term than his second term?
His first term, he sold a lot of cars without the spiel. The second term, he got the spiel but didn't sell any cars.
Okay. Now I'm going to list a handful of people. It could be either like politicians or maybe personalities or whatever. I want you to tell me if they are more or less MAGA than Trump as of today.
As of today, okay.
Yeah. Nick Fuentes.
More.
Tucker Carlson.
More.
Steven Crowder.
Don't know.
Okay.
I have not seen, personally, I know we haven't covered Crowder in a while since he did the Change My Mind again. Mm-hmm. But the idea that he stopped doing Change My Mind would put me less. But as of today...
Well, he stopped forever ago, though, to be fair.
Yeah, I understand. He also got divorced, so...
Yeah, and he turned it back on after the Charlie Kirk thing. Candace Owens.
More.
Trying to think who else I could. I don't have a lot of lesses, which is interesting. I haven't gotten a less. I got an I don't know and everybody more so far that I named.
Ben Shapiro, less.
Ben Shapiro, less. Okay.
Margaret Taylor Greene, more.
Marjorie Taylor Greene, more. Okay, interesting. This kind of leads to where we were going today, because there has been a bit of a shitstorm, and Marjorie Taylor Greene's taken a lot of heat, and I don't know if I know why.
Epstein.
That's part of it for sure. Yeah, that's kind of what started the whole thing. Now she's getting these these soft SWAT team raids, kind of the pizza. And I gotta tell you, she is so much more MAGA than Trump is right now at this point in their lives. And that made me start thinking, like, of all the people, because to me, you said no, you didn't think Trump was the start of the MAGA movement, which I think could be a fair answer. But in my mind, he is. That's why I followed up with it. Do you think he was the most responsible for making it mainstream? Because in my mind, Trump is responsible for the MAGA movement.
He's responsible for making it mainstream, but this was said by other people. The MAGA movement was just on the tail end of the Rand Paul, Tea Party, Republican in name only, like MAGA, the red waves that we got in 16, even 20 and 24 were the closest thing that we got to replacing the old dying neocon Republican Party in name only people.
Yeah.
Not that it worked. I'm just saying, as far as if we're looking at what took to get there, it was Trump. Yes, it took a personality. It took a personality to catalyze that. But this is like two-piece reflex, David. We already had the colored material. We just didn't have a hardener.
Yeah.
And that was Ron Paul, Alex Jones, Crowder, maybe not Candace at that time early in the movement. But if we're talking now, I mean, Tucker even, bless his soul, like he fought the MAGA movement. All the mainstream Republicans fought MAGA,
Yeah.
which
Well,
is why
that's
Trump took the catalyst, because he basically took these people's jobs from them. When you think about it, they had to fucking change the whole infrastructure. Fox News is not ran
well,
by
that's
anybody that was running 10 years ago.
it's interesting you said that about Tucker, because if you think about the people that I think are MAGA today, not all of them, but some of them, Tucker, I don't know. I don't know if I would say I'm MAGA per se, but certainly um, I'm definitely in the not only am I America first, I'm the America only crowd. Like I care about this country. I don't really care what other countries do. I do care about human rights across the globe, period, in general. But like if I'm picking and choosing, I care about my country first. Um,
Yeah, we should
and
help homeless people in this country before we nation build a single penny outside of it.
100%. So it's kind of one thing. It's like, am I really America only? I don't know. I want humans to have. I'm pro human. I want humans to have rights all over the globe. But fuck, I got to start somewhere, and it ain't happening here even.
I said the same thing in, I forget how long ago, Dave. I think I told you this. Be like, I'd be completely fine with globalism if the rest of the globe became America.
Sure. Yeah.
But that's
Yeah.
not what they want us to be
Yes.
like the rest of the globe. It's like, no, that's not how
No,
this
thank you.
works. Yeah, no. I want America to own everything. Like
But
I'm not gonna fucking pussyfoot around it. I want the whole world to be the United States of the globe. But
but the
it's not
United
gonna
States
happen.
that were but the United States were supposed to be too. Like on paper, what we are supposed to be. But the only
What do you
reason
mean?
I think I say that, well, I
Like the
mean,
idea was supposed to
clearly we don't. I mean, we have the girlfriend of the head of the FBI is suing people for their speech. So I don't think we're America the way we're supposed to be America.
we have a
And by the
fucking
way,
Jew. We
she's
have a
got
Jew, mainline Jew, David, married a Jewish
security
immigrant.
detail. She now is getting security detail. By the way, Alexis Wilkins, who is Cash Patel's girlfriend, she's getting her own
Too hot.
FBI SWAT team protection. That's madness. Madness. You know what? You know when you get SWAT team protection when you're with the director of the FBI. Other than that, fuck off. No, the only reason I brought that up though is because it seems like people who weren't even MAGA, air quotes, whatever that even means, people who weren't the traditional MAGA, like when it first was really a big thing, some people who were even anti-Trump to some extent are now more MAGA than Trump is. And Trump is not operating. I got to tell you, we defend Trump a lot in a lot of things because I think he's been unfairly attacked in a lot of ways, and I'll continue to do that if I see it fit.
Still to this day, we say we're Trump defenders. I don't think I'm a supporter of the guy in general. I mean, I did say he should hang for sucking off Bill Clinton, but that's another day.
But with that said, he has not been MAGA. For all the rhetoric and all the talk, he hasn't been MAGA. He hasn't come in and done the things he said he was going to do. And if anything, it's extra disappointing this time around because the theory, and I was a wait and see on this, but I liked the idea at least, was because of the way they treated Trump. If he got in again, it was supposed to be scorched earth, right? That theory to me made sense. You treated the guy like shit. You threatened to put him in jail. You stole an election from him.
You shot him.
You shot him. Yeah, shot him. Oh, oops. Forgot. Assassination attempt.
Forgot about that.
Forgot I got shot.
He put his wife's tits on the front page of the paper again.
And he gets in, and it's not scorched earth? Come on. You want to talk about a disappointment? You're not going to go scorched earth? Really? You got shot. They tried to put you in jail. They lied about you that for years. They stole elections from you. And you're not gonna drain the swamp now? Now you're not gonna do it. You weren't gonna do it before. You said you were gonna. You didn't do it. But now you're still not gonna drain the swamp? Really? How is that? How would this term be anything more than a disappointment? You run on, we talked about the Epstein files. You run on releasing the Epstein files, you get in, and then all of a sudden it's a Democrat hoax. Really?
Hey,
And
we're
Marjorie Taylor Greene,
we're gonna release the video of him in his jail cell. It's not doctored at all. We just
but it'll
cut
totally
out
be
like a
doctored.
minute and 35 seconds. Yeah, no
It's only
worries.
been spliced and edited 100 times in this 30-second clip. But Marjorie Taylor Greene says the same thing you ran on that you didn't do, and now people are calling for her head. People voted for Trump on the same thing she's calling for. Only difference is she's still calling for it.
Well,
But
David,
she's gonna get raided. She's gonna get SWAT teams.
those people that
But
were
the
pro MAGA,
FBI
David,
director's girlfriend needs a SWAT team protection. Really?
did those people were they really pro MAGA, David, or they just wanted to be MAGA to get their guy in there so that they could get what they want from him?
I think a lot of people who voted for Trump are actually MAGA.
I agree with you.
And I would imagine they share the same frustrations I have. Even if they're not, I mean, you have the diehard Trump people like the fucking cat turds of the world. They're out there. But I just don't know how you can continue to defend
I know
some
a
of this.
guy. He wears all Trump gear every time he goes out to the bar.
Yeah, I don't know. How
State
does he?
police officer, David. State police officer.
I mean, how well do you
State
know the
police
guy?
officer. I
Pretty
think
well.
he's an undercover. I think he's the guy that radio phone calls people in and gets them pulled over later in the night.
You said you know this guy, or you just kind of you've seen him. Do
No,
you
like he
know?
knows me.
Okay.
I don't know him. I know him more than acquaintances, but not enough to be friends.
Okay.
I've probably talked to him over 100 times.
I was gonna say. So you've talked to him. So what is his feel? I would love
100.
to know his gauge on this. He's rocking
Just
Trump stuff.
trust in MAGA, dude.
Just
Trust in
trust it.
MAGA.
Trust the
Just trust it.
process.
Trump, there's not enough. There's always a thing, dude. So he just said buy crypto and vote Trump.
So the second Trump says the Epstein stuff, the second he's like, well, no, we're not going to release it because it's just Democrat hoax. Trump gear guy is at the bar saying the same thing. It's all a hoax.
I'm hearing people Nancy, friend of the show, her husband, Nick, friend of the show. He put up on Facebook the other day, was actually talking about this very thing. He's like, I'm just really I don't understand what's going on. And people are like, just there's more coming. You just gotta, there's swords in the fire, David.
How long do these swords have to be in the fire for?
It's not fast enough.
Yeah, I mean, a real hot fire gets a sword cherry red pretty quick.
Also, politics isn't blacksmithing.
Well, no. But
Dude, how often do you get the Senate, the House, the Supreme Court, and the presidency?
It'd be interesting, and I should almost ask that. How often does the party have total control of everything? Over in the history of the United States.
And they got the gerrymandering so that they could rewrite districts in Florida and shit. There was gerrymandering done to rechange some of these districts so that they would be Republican strongholds, quote unquote, whatever the fuck that means.
I'm going to ask AI this question. Historically, how many times I've said by percentage did one party hold the presidency, House, and Senate? Curious. It's actually a good question. I don't know the rate of that.
I mean, I know the Senate. I think the Senate is 52 to 47 or whatever, or 48 rather.
Oh man,
currently.
that's really thinking about Ryan. You really, it's thinking about this.
Yeah, I fuck with. You guys think I'm out here playing? I fuck with AI every day. I know how to get I made ChatGPT think for 15 minutes one time. Okay,
dude, Grok is Mecha Hitler is fucking struggling. And it's giving me little tidbits every few seconds. Official data is current as the 118th Congress. A 2017 analysis shows unified government. Prior to 1968, unified government. Dude, just give me the answer. This is AI, man. Come on. Well, thanks, Ryan. I guess we can.
I told you, you got to fuck with these machines, man. These things,
Dude,
like, they're literally taking your body in essence.
Oh, here
They're
we
going to
go.
fucking print out carbon copies of you. Fuck you, machine.
Wow. One party has held unified control of the presidency, House, and Senate in 49 of the terms, approximately 57% of the time. It happens more often than not.
That's weird, David.
More often than not, one party is
Is
in
this the
complete
political pendulum,
control.
David? Is this
Yeah,
the political
for sure.
pendulum that we
For sure.
swing Democrat for 10 years and then swing Republican for 10 years and swing Democrat for 10 years and swing Republican? But in reality, David, now have it factor in Overton window, though. That's the issue, because the right didn't get more right. It just got diluted by left-leaning people, and the left got less left and more like, you know, like there's a little Overton window here.
Oh, there's definitely been swings, not only party-wise, but yeah, pendulum swinging actually, like, politically, like, on the actual topics, the subjects. It swings,
Yeah,
but it
abortion. I would wager people on MAGA, some of them are pro-abortion. Like, that was the founding principle. Like, you have to be pro-life, pro-gun, and pro-America. And pro-God. That was like the four tenets of anybody right of the center. If you believe in abortion, you're a libertarian. Basically, that's how it worked. It was like, do you believe in abortion? Yes. Do you believe in guns? Yes. Do you believe in God? Yes. Do you believe in America? Yes. Well, you're a libertarian. There's no more political questions. Do you believe in open borders? Yes. You're a liberal now. That was it. It was borders and murdering your children. That was it. There was only four things. When I got in political awareness, that's all it was. We just talked about the four: God, America, guns, and babies. That was it. Economics, yeah, that conservatism. Well, I want to fiscal. You remember hearing fiscally responsible government, David, for fucking 15 years? I
yeah,
haven't heard that uttered. Literally
that was
haven't heard.
supposed to be,
They
like,
made a
one of
whole
the main
department
tenets
of government of,
republicanism.
or was it conservatism, David?
Well, yeah, I mean, yes, it became conservatism when
Where's
the
the
Republicans
difference?
clearly gave up on it.
Yeah, exactly. Where's the difference? A Republican and a conservative, the only difference is that the conservative watches the checkbook as we spend it. A Republican just doesn't give a fuck.
The conservative is like what the Republicans are supposed to be. Weirdly,
I am,
it's like the reason conservatives exist is because Republicans didn't do what they were supposed to do the whole time.
and that was the Tea Party, David. That was the Tea Party. And then that's when the term rhino came out, because the people that were supposed to be fiscally conservative about government, also civil liberties, would give them up. The Patriot Act, the NSA spy grid. The NSA spy grid only existed because of the Patriot Act, which was passed during fucking George Bush, which is
Republican,
where the Tea Party
not
came from.
conservative.
I got Russ Thompson, God bless his soul.
Conservative.
That man started Tea New York as a response to the Republicans in name only in the state Senate of New York. And that's how he got the fucking tolls taken down and everything on Grand Island Bridge. There used to be another toll on Grand Island. And he started Tea New York in his fucking kitchen that became the Second Amendment Coalition of New York, which sued the fucking government of the state for civil liberty infringement. That's where Nick and Nancy got into this. That's how I met all these people that like literally local. Nancy runs David DiPietro's fucking political campaigns. Like, that guy is a sitting member of a House Judiciary Committee. Like, he's in government in Elma. He's a literal political position. That's how I got aligned with these people. But they all said the same shit. And it's been murky. Conservatism, like you said, David, only existed because Republicans weren't Republicans. But they were never Republicans. That was the whole fucking thing of it. Because Overton window took over, which nobody has ever talked about, okay? Except Alex Jones fucking 15 years ago. Overton window is the only reason why Republicans existed. They were the neocons, right, David, that ran fucking under George Bush. And then before that, they were, what do we call them, Reaganites? fucking Ronald Reagan might have been the biggest con ever.
Ryan, Laura Loomer. God, she's awful. She tweeted this, X'd this.
Is that the girl that was getting her fucking clit rubbed at the fucking play that one time?
No, that's Lauren Boebert.
Oh.
I hate that I knew exactly what you were talking about. Laura Loomer is a big
Dude, that was nuts. That's nuts, dude. That was nuts. Fucking what? She has an ex-husband and 3 children. She's getting her fucking lips rubbed at a fucking.
Dude, if I looked like
crazy.
that and I was a girl, I'd be getting my fucking lips rubbed too.
Rub
Laura
all
Loomer,
the lips, dude.
Laura Loomer is a hardcore Trump. She'd be the guy in the bar. She said Trump should order. I could bring her up. We've talked about her in the past. She's like a political personality, kind of Trumpy.
Who's the blonde conservative girl that was pro-abortion? Tammy, whatever.
That was Tommy Loren. She kind of disappeared.
She was dating a soccer player, and they stopped dating a soccer player, or he stopped engaging because she's boss bitch Republican.
Yeah, I think that's right.
It was a good time. Yeah, it was good time.
No. This is.
They don't like us because we're successful women. Yeah, you're fucking annoying. Dave, I got thrown out of a bar last weekend. I've never been thrown out of a bar in my life. I literally was asked to leave, and I couldn't even finish. I was drinking my drink. I was like, I'll leave after my beer. He took it out of my hand.
That's theft. You paid for it.
I mean,
he stole it from you.
He said I was harassing his patrons, but his patrons started harassing me first. It's crazyville.
Listen, man, just give me my bar and let me leave at least. Or beer.
Look, dude, a guy that doesn't get laid talks to a mid-6 and just fucking forget it, dude. You're just whatever.
No, this is not the guy at the bar who threw you out either.
The whores that got me thrown out the bar.
Laura Loomer said Trump should order ICE to pay a visit to Marjorie Taylor Greene's construction sites for random, quote, check-ins. Wouldn't that be so funny?
Did you see the video of the foreman that stood up to ICE? That was like, dude, get the fuck off my job site. No. You don't have authority.
Listen, no, that wouldn't be funny, actually, Laura Loomer. That's not funny. That's actually super not funny for the president of the United States to target United States citizens or members of the United States Congress because you had a disagreement. That's actually really unfunny.
It's weaponizing the judicial system, David.
It's literally weaponizing the power of the federal government against somebody because they
have a political opinion.
They just held you accountable, I think. That's all.
They were MAGA. Right? The MAGA turns on the MAGA, David.
They're MAGA. They're more MAGA than Trump. But that's all this is. This is holding you accountable. You said you were going to release Epstein files. You didn't release Epstein files. I'm still calling for it because you didn't do it. Now the federal government should be weaponized against me. Is that really where we're going with this? I asked you about Crowder if he was more MAGA than Trump. This is just one of his posts recently. He seemed to post this with pretty much no comment. One, this is five, like a 5 bulletin point checklist, right?
5 threads.
Cut foreign aid, parentheses, Israel included. 2, deport illegal aliens. 3, halt H-1B program and replace it. 4, cut all entitlements rife with fraud, SNAP, etc. 5, audit and replace remaining entitlements. And at the bottom, he said, are these really wedge issues on the right?
Yes, because I think one of the most controversial thing we have is the fucking veterans. The people that hate the government but are acting the most entitled. Be like, well, I fought for this country. I deserve free healthcare. Like, you sound like a fucking socialist, bitch. Thought you hate socialists.
Thomas Massey, Ryan. Thomas Massey. He's another one. More MAGA than Trump, for sure. Now
Dude,
we
the older.
have the.
Sorry, go
I
ahead.
think no, we're good. I think I should just bring this up. So because we have deputy director, right, Dan Bongino,
Douchebag.
put a. He has a public Facebook post. This is the deputy director of the FBI now, right? He was a podcaster. Okay, you're not a podcaster anymore. Deputy director of the FBI. This is his post aimed at Thomas Massey. Thomas Massey says, I received this troubling letter today from the attorney representing the most recent FBI whistleblower regarding the J6 pipe bomb investigation. Just a reminder to FBI Director Kash Patel, in case this letter is warranted, federal law prevents retaliation against whistleblowers. Dear Honorable Congressman Massey and Honorable Congressman Loudermilk,
Oh my god, I'm
pursuant
so
to
tired of
28
fucking formalities. They're
CFR
not.
part. I'm not going to.
Sorry, dude. These people are not honorable. They've gutted my civil liberties, bankrupted my country, and then they fucking weaponize everything to hate my own fucking neighbors. They're not honorable people. These
Yeah,
people are disgusting. They fucking leverage Nancy Pelosi's stock portfolio outpaces the S&P 500 over a 50-year span. Crazy.
yeah. I mean,
And
I
they
will
all
say,
do it.
if you're gonna have an honorable though, Thomas Massey's the one.
I'll take your. You know what, David? I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, he's dude. Trust me on this. When I say I could probably at any given time, maybe count on my fingers, and I won't need both hands. Right? I've said this on the program. I can count on my fingers, and I won't need both hands. The amount of people in government who are actually worth a fuck. Thomas Massey's one of those fingers for sure. Today, the leadership of the FBI's Washington field office notified this management that there will be a management meeting tomorrow at 10 a.m. It was obvious from the information, blah, blah, blah. This whole fucking bullshit ass letter. The whole point of this, though, is that this is, again, the FBI, the most powerful people in the United States. Wouldn't it be funny? Wouldn't it be so funny, Laura Loomer? Just coming after American citizens who are just doing simple things like holding the president accountable.
When I
And
have explicit consent by the very people that I appointed in government for the right of free speech and redress of my grievance. Also, I would argue that taking down Facebook is also, and I know we say it's freedom of speech, but it's actually the right to assemble. I don't know if this has ever been talked about, but the idea that I can post something and then people can comment on it is basically like a rally. It's a rallying
well,
point, David.
remember what Elon said and all. Oh, I should have. Elon, I was one of the ones I was going to ask. Is Elon more MAGA than Trump?
He's so MAGA. He's so MAGA. He had to step down from the position he was appointed. What does that tell you?
Elon greatly
He
and
said,
wisely
quote,
said,
I tried, it's fucked. He said, I tried, it's fucked. We need a revolution. We need to burn it down. I don't know what is controversial about this. I don't know how I could go to prison for looking at billionaire, corrupt politicians that have murdered women and children and men all over the globe and got rich off it and nation building and everything else. They spy on me to build AI to replace me. Hang them. I don't know what's controversial about this. Burn them to the ground. He already got the White House half torn down. Tear the rest of it. Start over. Paint it red so we remember who washed the blood away, David. Paint it red. They deserve to hang. Get a military tribunal, David. It's crazy I have to preface this. This is in the document that they swore to uphold, and they haven't. And you sedate young men with weed and video games and porn. Meanwhile, they won't ever get a girlfriend. You're going to be like, well, here's a fuck doll. Hang them. I don't know what's controversial about this. Burn them at the stake politically and physically. I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm not calling for political violence, David. I just want due process on fucking tyrants. What's controversial about it? Elon said He went there, ran all the numbers with all the shit and said it's fucked. I don't know what else there's to do. Like, really? What do you do? The first trillionaire? He's going to leave us here. That's how fucked it is. He wants to build a whole civilization on Mars. It's going to be called Elon Mars. He will rename Mars Musk. Think I'm playing. Think I'm fucking around. I don't need to do ketamine like he is and talk to the fucking big black box that hums at ultrasonic frequencies, if you know what the fuck I'm talking about. These guys are talking to off-world entities on ketamine drips. That's what he said. Hang him. He said it's fucked. I gave up. Burn it to the ground. What are we talking about? I have the right to revolution in this country. I have the right. And it's like, this podcast was trying to be nice. How long do you think Ben Shapiro and Steven Crowder and Charlie Kirk, you're killing the people that could actually change the world. Charlie Kirk was going to run for president. I guarantee it. Nick Fuentes will be a president nomination. I guarantee it. That guy's running for office. And he's going to say the N-word and get a standing ovation. Mark my fucking words. Mark them. Put them on the calendar. It's coming. I'm telling you, know what? David, I'm so good. I'm so good at witnessing patterns. I see it in the fucking real life. It just takes 7 months for politicians to catch up with me, David. Not a prophet. Fucking, let's not say I'm fucking tripping on meth, Dad. Guy blows pills up his fucking nose, gonna convince me of fucking drugs. It's fucking retarded. The hard R will get dropped in Congress. And you guys are gonna wish the day that you revolted when it was more peaceful of a time. May your chains rest upon you lightly. Patrick fucking Henry. The only Henry you care about is King Henry at the fucking goddamn Ravens. Fuck that guy too. Fucking outside the playoffs now, you motherfuckers.
Oh, they're
fuck Pat Mahomes too. I saw the end of the Denver game yesterday.
Yeah.
My favorite victories of all time, David, are fourth quarter comebacks with a field goal, fucking 0 seconds. Greatest game. It could be a fucking pee-wee game or a high school football game. Those are the greatest football games ever.
Last second field goal.
They will outbeat any last second field goal with a comeback. Like, that team has to drive down the field, kicks a fucking field goal for like 50-something yards with 0 seconds left. The greatest games ever. From pee-wee all the way up. Fuck these people. Elon's so MAGA, dude, he gave up.
Well, the reason I brought him up in the first
the older
place
I get,
is because you were talking
I'm
about
Orwell,
Facebook,
David.
and he was the one who was very famously and rightly saying that these things are the social media is the new public square. This is why they're coming for social media. Things like, well, this is why it was so important that Elon bought X. And again, he's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination.
Dave, we can't. If you ask 5 of your friends at work tomorrow to type in your own, I can't even find my own program on YouTube. It's my shit. It's my best friend shit. I can't even find it on my own phone. And I'm subscribed to my own channel. No one sees a problem. They're like, oh, yeah, that's weird. I'm like, no. That's a dude. If the English had the NSA spy grid, the founding fathers would have never been able to write the Declaration of Independence. What the fuck don't you understand? We have the right to revolution. I don't know why we're waiting. I really don't know what am I waiting for? I should be able to go down there and say you're all fucking fired. Without, I should be able to walk in the White House and say you're fired.
Oh, you definitely can't do that. We've seen what happens.
Why? You could drop cocaine.
You go to jail forever,
no
Ryan. Without
I don't
trial.
give a fuck. Jail me. Jail me where? Where are you going to send me? Guantanamo Bay? I thought we were closing that.
Maybe that's what the second half of the White House is.
Liars. I've literally watched you flip. I'm not the average American, David, that is a fucking worried about TikTok. I've literally watched you people fucking gut the shit. How is Nancy Pelosi $100 millionaire? It's time.
What's a senator make a year? Like 180,000 or some shit?
Not enough to fucking retire on. They live in D.C., the highest income inequality on earth.
Well, she lives in D.C. and California, so it's really affordable. San Francisco?
Double houses.
What's how old is Nancy Pelosi?
The older I get, the more I align with Orwell, dude. There is libertarian and there's authoritarian. That's it.
Wait, I'm not even going to do this myself. I'm going to say this.
Nick Fuentes will be on the Senate floor dropping the hard R bomb, and you are going to wish for the day that this country was more peaceful again. You're going to wish for the day that the N-word was stuck on the Instagram and on Hitler little laugh meme pages instead of in Congress. You're going to pray for the day that Donald Trump was president because he seemed more rational than the things that will come. We might have like 2 or 3 presidents before we never get another re-election of anything ever again.
I have AI searching what Nancy Pelosi would be worth if her only income was her Senate salary. See, Grok's just working hard today. He's having an off day. He's having a rough day. Everyone's entitled to a bad day. It says the search turned up that she's worth over $100 million. So keep that in mind. She's worth over $100 million. Resolving whip pay. Dude, holy fuck. Come on. I'm just curious what this number is going to be.
Well, she was in Congress 40 years, right? 50 years.
I mean, she would. Yeah, you can get in, at 25 as a senator?
I think it's 32, David.
Is it? Man, that AI's working hard. Dude, Musk is going to be on Mars before this bitch finishes up.
That guy's leaving us here.
Dude, he's gonna.
He
would have landed by the time this answer happens.
No one. You know what? He's so smart. He probably already has a robot version of himself ready to roll out to make you think that he didn't leave yet. He's gonna have fucking PlayStation 7 controller on Mars, fucking operating Musk. Dude, they elected an open communist Muslim in fucking New York City where they flew quote unquote airplanes into fucking buildings because they quote hate us because of our freedom. Ben Shapiro says you're not entitled to live in the place that you grew up in, but he's telling you that Israel was promised to Jews. That is textbook doublespeak. He's saying the opposite thing of the other thing, and he makes you believe they're both true. I don't deserve to live in the place that I grew up in, but you're asking for a place that isn't even yours because you were told that it's yours in a book. You know, they don't even do DNA testing in Israel, David. It's illegal to test people's DNA in Israel to prove if they're Jewish or not.
I have not heard that. I did know there was a big debate about the
Netanyahu was Polish.
no, well, the different there's a certain group of Jews that feel like they're more entitled to the land than the other group of Jews.
Well, they're not entitled to the David. They. It's crazy that they are entitled to a land that isn't theirs, David. But I have to move. Yeah, I know I said this the other day. I'm beating a dead horse because Ben Shapiro's got a horse face. But if I can barely afford rent in the place I grew up in, how the fuck can I afford to move somewhere cheaper, Ben Shapiro? I have to go live downtown where all the fucking murderers are and all the welfare rats. While you're entitled to a small patch of land.
Rough estimation of Nancy Pelosi's what her worth should be from her time in Congress. Approximately 7.8 to 8.1 million for 38 years as Congress work.
So she's 100x that.
She's over 100 millionaire. Well, she's not 100x, but she's over 10x. Let's see. What is Nancy?
David, I bet you that bitch has so much crypto, it's not even funny. She just retired last week. She's stepping down after this Congress.
Between 250 and 413 million. Should be 7, but it could be 400 million. But there's no corruption. None. There's nothing. No corruption. It's all hoaxes. Get a rope says private groups bought guns in bulk for buybacks to have them destroyed. Massey suggested making those purchases illegal, which is unconstitutional. Massey isn't truly pro A, 2A. What? I'm not sure I agree with that.
He's trying to stop people from buying guns en masse to sell them back.
He's trying to stop gun buyback program, mandatory buybacks, which, by the way, is just gun confiscation. Let's be clear about what a buyback
is. Not confiscation, David. I willingly turned it in.
No, you didn't. It was mandatory. You were forced to take the sale. That's not quite willingly. That's not a mutual agreement. It's just it's a nicer way of them stealing it from you because they wrote you a check for very small amounts of money.
Well, David, they can't come steal from you because then it would be confiscation and I'd be able to shoot you because
it's a technicality avoiding. It's a loophole. It's confiscation. It's them stealing your firearm from you. It's unconstitutional. Massey said it should be unconstitutional. He's correct.
Look, anybody that agree with COVID lockdowns to any degree after like March should be hung for treason. You murdered our grandparents, bankrupted our businesses, and fucked this country over.
Ted Cruz, speaking of COVID lockdowns, Ted Cruz pointed to a recent poll that shows that most people now, I don't remember the exact percentage, it doesn't even really matter, but Ted Cruz says that a recent poll proves that Democrats lost because most people now were against the shutdown, the lockdowns.
Got me fooled. I could have gone to Tops without fucking mask on. Got me fooled.
Yeah.
No.
Ted,
you don't get
Ted, you're wrong.
No, you don't get the renege on 5 years. You shamed me for not wearing a diaper. You shamed me. You yelled at me across the store. Put a mask on. You're fucking 500 feet away from me. You shamed me. You weak, pathetic fucks. Weak. Hang. Ted Cruz, Mr. Debate your way out of the rope. Go on. Debate your way out of the rope, you piece of shit. Your wife sat on the Council of Foreign Relations. You knew it was coming. You fucking sound all nice and statesman-like, and how'd that work for you? He's probably $100 billionaire too, David.
Getter Up says no, they were private groups. Okay, here we go. This is the social media argument all over again. I'm sure the private groups willingly on their own, without definitely any push from the federal government. For years we were told that YouTube is allowed to censor people's speech because it's not the federal government. And in theory, I would agree with that. But the problem is, we find out, we always knew, but now thanks to Elon Musk,
Turned
uh,
out to be true.
turned out to be
People
true. Yes.
familiar with the matter,
Um,
human
there were
sources.
portals, but open portals from the federal government to the social media companies saying, ban this guy, ban this, take this post down. It doesn't matter that YouTube is private if the federal government is telling YouTube what to do.
You guys better hope I don't get a political sword in my hand, because I'm going to cut the fucking snakes right out of the eagle's fucking talons. I will run with Nick Fuentes for VP. Mark my fucking words.
Yeah, get her up. I'm sorry, but people are not going to agree with this. If you think this, that's fine. But people are not going to go with you on this. They're just not. That's fine.
I agree with, if you want to regulate firearms, you are not pro A. Yeah. What part of shall not be infringed don't you understand? Any gun law. I don't give a fuck. Silencer, round capacity. It's illegal. It's literally illegal. I should
Yeah,
basically be able to own any short of a nuclear weapon. I should be able to own everything.
I should be able to walk
Technically.
literally to a Walmart, buy a fully automatic rifle, and leave.
Yeah, without being asked anything. It's my right as an American citizen. If we even have,
I've had this debate with people because you want to talk about Overton window. I've had this debate with people. Well, we just need common sense gun control. Perfect. What's common sense? Background checks. Okay, already have them, but let's have the debate. Okay. Will you come? Let's meet in the middle, right?
Do I do a background check for my First Amendment or my my Third Amendment?
Let's not even go there, because the point is they're never going to agree with you on this. But let's say I give you background checks. Fine. Now, if the background check comes back, it's clean, and I'm good to have my rights, right? I can have rights because the federal government cleared me out of background check. Can I have a fully automatic rifle now?
No.
Well, no. Okay. Well, then I'm not even going down that road with you.
Can't have body armor either, David.
People will do that with you on all types of stuff. They'll have that debate with you on abortions. Well,
that's the private and public thing with social media and the First Amendment. There's no difference. You're diluting one right to, you're fucking pseudo writing me. Like, literally, it's pseudo rights. You take away my actual liberties. This was the whole plan. They siphon off the civil liberties into corporations, and then the corporations tell you what your rights can and can't be. And now we have social credit scores. I'm not going to be able to start my fucking car in 5 years. I'm telling you guys, I swear to, if I ever get a political sword, dude, I swear to God, I will be the only person on the Senate floor calling for all the people that are treasonous to hang in military tribunals. Mark my words. And I'm not going to feel sorry about it. These people agreed to uphold the Constitution and America and all this shit. Anybody goes, just hang them.
Fill out the paperwork and pay the money. You can have a full auto. Well, that's absolutely not true in most places.
Do I have to do that with my First Amendment?
He did clarify. Hold on. He did clarify. You shouldn't have to do that. I agree. You shouldn't have to, but also, you can't do that anyway. Like, you can't be. I don't. To my knowledge, I can't fill out a piece of paper.
It's
certain ones. Texas, you can, and whatever. But like, that's
if you have an FFA as well.
Happening.
If it's predated in New York State, I think you need like a federal firearms license, and it has to be built before a certain time. In New York, at least. But yeah, the federal assault weapons ban, if I'm not mistaken, was passed under Bill Clinton in 1998.
Massey cannot tell private groups. Listen, the thing with the private groups in this gun buyback, and I'm telling you, whatever, it's going to come out 5 years from now, and Massey would have been ahead of his time on this, and we're not waiting for the facts. The reason this private group wanted to buy a bunch of guns and burn them is because the government told them to buy a bunch of guns and burn them. This isn't a logical thing that groups of people will do.
Not anybody educated in civil liberties or wants civil liberties. There was people here or in Texas or something that the guy 3D printed a bunch of AR lowers and then went and got and traded them in and got paid for them.
Oh, fuck yeah. Yeah, Thomas Massey absolutely is pro 2A.
New York State, prime example.
Argument.
They had a gun buyback program, and during that time, people that I know went on, they were interviewed for the news, and they said the problem with these gun buyback programs is you're incentivizing criminals to turn in firearms that were used in crimes, and then you get rid of the evidence because they destroy them right there. And you're also having people that are taking these firearms that are untrained across fucking all over Western New York to turn them in. You have people that don't know what a firearm is, handling firearms, potentially harming themselves and their civilians, which is something we're all supposed to try to prevent. The list goes on and on. Like it's the Second Amendment does not jive with global politicians and Agenda 21 and Agenda 2030, whatever we're on now, 2050, whatever we're on now. It says in Agenda 21 that the American legal system needs a change. It said that. The way you change it is through corporatism, which we have. Bernie Sanders, I agree with him. We have socialism for the rich and capitalism for the poor. I agree with that statement. I almost was a Bernie bro. He just didn't go far enough.
Well, no, because he always was great at pinpointing the issue, but then his solution was always like more of what causes the issue. It's like he will say this, but then he'll be like, but also we need more government. It's like, well, the whole reason this exists is because the government is too large.
The bankers own everything. We need more government to regulate the bankers. We need
the
more
bankers own the government.
Regulations. Yeah, the bankers are regulating the government.
You're anti-big pharma, but then you want more government. The big pharma owns the government. This doesn't make sense. It doesn't work that way. Ryan,
millionaires and billionaires, and then when he became a millionaire, he only said billionaires.
Billionaires
fucking prick.
And more trillionaires.
Look, and I don't hate wealth. If you want to just get rich and tell people what to do, just fucking say that. I don't care. Just be honest. But you're not, because you're a tyrant. Hang. This is how liberty dies, with thunderous applause. I'm supposed to just let the emperor shock Mace fucking Windu. That's what I'm supposed to do. Just watch him. No. AI could bury this video. They could put me in prison. Fuck me by a big black guy. I don't care.
What was that last one?
They can fuck. Tyrone can fuck me all he wants, David. I don't care.
Ryan,
founding fathers were fucking murdered. Their families were raped. Their houses were burned to the ground. They were hung. They were tracked down like dogs and starved to death. The very people that gave me the documents to fight these people fucking died homeless.
Brian, that's all terrible and tragic, but I want to end this episode on a positive note. Candace Owens has a... Here's the thing with Candace Owens. I'm not like... I don't love her. I don't hate her. She's fine. Her brain works in ways that most people's brains don't work. And I'm not saying that as an insult. She has a Charlie Kirk theory that seems very early in the stages, maybe, perhaps.
She's cooking, huh?
I'm just gonna put this up, dude. I'm telling you,
apparently his team knew about that rooftop. Sean Ryan, the military guy with the podcast, we've talked about him on the show before.
Yeah,
I think we had the Tim Tebow episode. He has a text from. It's out there that Charlie Kirk knew that students have access to the very place that gunman shot him from. The team knew about it. Turning Point USA knew about it.
This is like none of those. Everything you're talking about is none of this. I'm just telling you, this shit's. Let's just play it.
That she had done an additional 15 hours of research and was able to discern that the person the planes were actually tracking for years was Erica. Not Charlie, but Erica was the one being tracked by these planes. And indeed, it turns out that she was correct. She discovered that between 2022 and September of 2025,
CIA
both of those aircrafts, SU-BTT, the yellow plane, and SU-BND, the blue plane, showed 68 overlaps with Erica's documented locations, okay? 68 overlaps. I have since been able to add now 73 times that this overlapped, okay? And 29 of those instances also happened to include Charlie. Charlie was also present. And that's what I was stumbling upon when I was looking into this. I was like, why is this plane where Charlie is? The flights were majority clustered within 5 states: Kansas, Missouri, Nebraska, Delaware, and Utah. And it's a pattern that she believes is statistically not random. I am telling you this information has been completely verified. I am showing you this on a spreadsheet now. These are all the instances.
Is this her
in which
boyfriend, her lover?
68 instances that this plane crossed with Erica. And I'm also going to say this includes overseas as well. Okay. So my instant question becomes, why didn't Turning Point acknowledge that this plane was familiar to them? When I was taking all of these figurative online bullets, someone could have easily said something, right? That's kind of a repeat thing in this investigation. Josh Hammer lies, I get attacked, Turning Point just stays silent. They know he's lying, but they allow the lie to flow. Alex Clark lies, I get attacked, I'm telling the truth. Turning Point knows it, but they kind of allow this like Catholic thing, lie to flow. And the influencers are allowed to lie. Nobody at Turning Point ever just steps to clarify that I'm onto something or I'm telling the truth about something. And when it comes to these Egyptian flights, the math on this is indisputable. There is less than a 0.000000001% probability, okay, under random distribution models that these Egyptian planes coincidentally landed around Erica at these times. Like I said, this plane was not just with her in America, it was also tracking her overseas as well. I flagged this because I was alarmed because I thought it was tracking Charlie. And I am telling you that this plane, in addition to Charlie, and primarily actually was tracking Erica. Now, let's get to the day of the assassination.
I just have questions at this point. I'm curious. Certain things can get me on board here. So when I see things like this amount of times, it's almost like the 9/11 thing where we did the statistical odds that like the only documents that were found from a plane crash were licenses for the terrorists. It was like the same ridiculous number, right? It's like just not even possible that this was the case.
Forget the thing that AI said would be the equivalent of, but it was pretty crazy.
Yeah, it was like winning the lottery like twice or something. I don't know. But like the whole thing is when you have a number like this that's so ridiculous, it's like, okay, now I know it's not coincidence, but now I have to know like, okay, who specifically and why? These are the next questions. So if we have random Egyptian planes following Erica Kirk around, these numbers are the numbers, right? These Egyptian planes are landing in the same areas Erica Kirk is 73 times over the last 3 years. Okay, what are the odds that in 3 years an Egyptian plane lands by you 3 times? This very specific planes, by the way. Okay, she does the math. It's like less than 0.01% of the time. It's like it just doesn't happen. It's not coincidental. Okay, so if we get to the point where we know it's not coincidental, who specifically is flying an Egyptian plane around, or one of 2 Egyptian planes, tracking Erica Kirk, and why? And somebody please answer this question now, because this makes no fucking sense otherwise.
David, did you know that they got married in the middle of the desert? Nobody was invited.
Erica and Charlie Kirk?
Maybe they just wanted privacy.
No, I didn't hear that. Maybe they're just both famous, right?
Just stop.
Mandy said, caught the security guy lying a couple times during the Sean Ryan interview. Can't wait for Candace to do her take on it.
Oh, you caught the Sean Ryan? That's with the text message, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, if anybody's going to break it down, it's going to be an ex-military guy. I mean, we've already seen the video that, like, the amount of time it would take to take that gun apart isn't even... It's a smaller odd than fucking 79 crossovers on an Egyptian plane.
How long would it take to take that gun apart realistically?
It's over minutes, dude. It's over
It's
minutes.
definitely going to be over a minute, but like it's not.
No,
it's not,
minutes, David.
Yeah, but it's not 35 minutes, right? It's like
10.
10 minutes to take that gun apart.
Dude, there's little screws in that fucking gun, dude. There was a guy that did a
10
video.
minutes is like a really long time. 10 minutes to take it apart to what level? Completely disassemble it to every little piece is out on a table? Or like to just...
To take it down to what they said. There was a guy, he did a side-by-side comparison, and it's minutes, dude. It's minutes. The screws on that, he had the exact firearm. Dude, the screws are like this. You have to have a fucking like a tiny-ass Allen wrench. The guy was trained. Like, knew the rifle inside and out. You're telling me the fucking tranny dick sucker was a trained marksman. Not that much Call of Duty, dude. There's no level of Call of Duty to train you for that.
No, definitely don't teach you how to disassemble firearms in Call of Duty.
Now, if he was Mossad trained, David.
Well, how much time did he need to disassemble it?
Look up the video.
What video is this?
Look up on you. Look up.
Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. We're gonna do this tomorrow.
Yeah,
I'm gonna write this down. This is I'm gonna find the video and I'll put it up tomorrow. Or if you find the video, send it to me.
It's minutes, dude. Even 3 minutes, even 5 minutes, dude. It's minutes. It doesn't add up to the timeline.
Well, I mean, that's what I mean. Like, how long did they know the guy was on the roof, and how long did he have to get down?
Allegedly, he fled right away. He took the gun apart and fled. Right? I still haven't even seen the fucking video, so I don't even know. But it's minutes, dude. It's just the video. It contradicts their narrative. Plain as that. Just taking the gun apart took too long. From a trained professional.
We'll have to watch that tomorrow because I'm curious. Because again, I will have questions to this. For example, do they know how long he was on the roof for? Like, if he was on the roof for 10 minutes, is it really that crazy? How long did it take for someone to identify immediately that's where he was shot from? Like, all these things matter in like this
in the macro, yeah.
It took the trained guy almost 2 minutes to undo the gun. Yeah, that's what I mean. 2 minutes isn't super crazy. Now, that's the trained guy. I get it. Somebody else might take 5 minutes, but
dude, a trained guy
if he had 10 minutes on the roof,
room without a fucking adrenaline spike, without being worried about being caught by police, it's not enough because he took it apart and put it back together multiple fucking times. Is their official story? Threw it in a bush and then took it apart, put it back together.
Would you put it back to? I would see. Like, this is where you got to start breaking the stuff down. Though, I'd be curious. Like, did he? If the theory is he took it apart, put it in a bush for some reason, then he put it back together. Did he put it back together? Did he have intent on taking someone else out next? Like, all these things, or was he putting it back together because he was going to return the gun to the place he got the gun from, presumably, so nobody knew that he took the gun? I guess that kind of would make sense. I don't know about I don't even know about the took it apart thing because I saw another video that this actually makes a lot of sense where he jumped off the roof and it was together. It was in one piece. And that's actually partially why there's damage on it because of the way it bounced off the ground as he jumped off the roof. Like, there's a lot of, I don't know, there's a lot to this, but.
Sure. I find it odd though. I find it hard that he'd stuff that gun down his pant leg.
Maybe I'll stuff one on. I'll on camera.
I have a huge cock, David, but I mean, like, come on now. I do fine. Huge monster can tuna fish dick, David.
Tuna fish dick.
Got that baby dick, David. It weighs 8 pounds, 7 ounces. You know.
I need to know more about these Egyptians, Ryan. And then tomorrow we're gonna learn.
She was
more
fucking
about
a sheik. What do you want to know? She's fucking a sheik, David.
2,000 feet under the pyramids.
Just get the LiDAR. You'll find out how deep that vagina goes, David. I'm still under the impression that she's sucking someone else off.
Did you know Erica ran an orphanage in Romania that got accused of bad stuff against the kids? Romania's angels when she was a teenager.
Were they caught up in sex trafficking?
Romania? She ran an orphanage in Romania. I did not hear that. I never knew that.
Miss America. There was some connection between Trump's dad, Trump and her dad, as well. I've heard.
Erica Kirk, Née Francevay, a conservative activist and widow of Charlie Kirk, founded the nonprofit Everyday Heroes Like You in 2006. The organization focused on charitable initiatives, including an international project called Romanian Angels that supported an orphanage in Romania from approximately 2011 to 2015, with peak activity between 2012 and 2014. The project involved collecting holiday gifts and adopting children by fulfilling wish lists, which were then shipped to the supported facilities. Orphanage Antonio collaboration. Kirk partnered with U.S. Marine Corps and U.S. Army for logistics, including visits to hospitals and orphanages. Worked with a Romanian NGO, United Hands Romania. She traveled to Romania, overseas shipments, shared social media posts. Huh. Following Charlie Kirk's death, September 2025, social media rumors surged alleging Kirk's Romanian work involved child trafficking, forced adoptions, organ harvesting, holy fuck, and that she was banned from Romania. These claims often reference historical association with trafficking networks in Romania. Multiple fact checkers, PolitiFact, WRAL, Snopes, and lead sources found no evidence.
Well, Snopes said it, David, so it must be true.
Yeah, I mean, definitely got to trust Snopes. They totally don't literally tell the opposite of the truth all the time.
I told somebody about the Wayfair thing, about how you could buy a kid with a dinner plate for like $13,000.
Dude, that shit was fucking crazy. That was actually crazy. Dude, the
all she wanted
Wayfair
was a
thing,
couch, dude.
Dude, the Wayfair thing, not to get back into this, but it was so crazy, dude. It was like a bookshelf, and like, dude, they had names like Sarah, and they were like 122 pounds. And it's like, dude, what the fuck do you mean, Sarah, 122 pounds? They were $13,000. And if you like plug the whatever item number into the URL, it was like a Russian website with trafficking. It was like the fucking craziest thing. And everybody just was like, nope. No, it's just a bookshelf. Really, it's just it's just a typo, $13,000 bookshelf. And the item number just so happens to coordinate with a Russian URL of children. Okay. All right. Super great coincidence there. Every time, too, not just once. Every time.
I just wanted a shitty couch, David. You know,
every
my $45,000 pair of ripped jeans called fucking Sarah.
Every single one of them turned into a Russian. Everyone, all of them, all the overpriced things were all typos, and the item numbers just happened to be Russian. So, okay. All right. Yeah, that makes sense. The fuck out of here.
Yo, wouldn't it be crazy if Miss America was parting out organs for fucking rich people in Egypt?
That'd be pretty wild. All right. I gotta find that video. Tomorrow we're talking taking guns apart.
Well, until we find the sex tape leaked of Erica Kirk sucking off somebody else. Dave Ryan, December 1773. Got your shot, Rumble. Greatest and only podcast in human history. As always, David, I appreciate you for your political dissidence, and I will see everybody when I see everybody.
Thanks, everyone.
I fucking swear I'm going to get that political sword. I'll be his VP. Dave will be my, secretary of
War.
War. Secretary of War. I'm gone. I'll see you guys. Thank you. Thanks, chat.